Gemini, what up, dope? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message for the sign of Gemini, wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart. Keep in mind, we all do have a third house as part of our birth chart, and time and energy are fluid, so take what resonates here and leave the rest for someone else. And these readings are timeless, y'all, so whenever you do stumble across this message, there'll be something here for you to help bring you clarity and confirmation, to help empower you, to help you align to your highest timeline, to your best life. Tapping into my gem energy today, I use this faceted garden oracle deck along with this wild mystic oracle deck to help me catch a vibe as I'm connecting with the collective energy. Here we go. Gemini, this feels like a huge shift in your energy here. It really almost has this feeling of like breaking free, moving into something new, something fulfilling. This fountain card, I see you moving into this energy actually where it's almost like this overflow of abundance, of happiness, right? This fountain is beautiful. It's like this overflow of energy that just keeps giving, that runs through you and gives to others. First card to pop out for y'all today is the entropy card. This is a card of endings. It is kind of like the death rebirth card of the tarot. Gemini, I see this as you shedding an old skin, especially because it was followed by the pillar card here. To me, this is big hermit vibes where it's like I see my Geminis have made it to the top of a mountain. Or you could say you made it to the end of a cycle on your soul's journey. This is where you're standing on top of the mountain and you're able to overlook the path that you've taken to get here. You're able to see things from a higher perspective. You are gaining insight and understanding on situations that you've been through, relationships that you've experienced, and why you had to experience certain situations. A lot of wisdom being integrated here from where you're at right now, Gemini, as Pluto gets ready to shift into Aquarius at the end of January. This is going to be a huge shift for the entire collective. But there's just this element of Gemini, like breaking free, breaking the mold, breaking away from the pack. I see this terrarium card here as being the space you were planted in, right? What I really see this card as is it's like the programming that we've been conditioned with. This is where Gemini, you're bursting at the seams. You're no longer able to grow in this environment or running these programs or in certain relationships. And this is where your energy just starts bursting at the seams here. And this is where things burst open, right? And you have this, like I said, this element of breaking free and moving into this overflow. So it's like you've gained all that you could gain through the situations you've been through the relationships, through running the programs, we'll say, that you were running. And now is when you ascend. You move into your next level, like I said, a higher level of consciousness, a deeper level of understanding, and you're moving from that space now. So Gemini, you're moving different now. Some of you probably literally looking different, feeling different. There's just this element of change here. And it's almost like I've been saying, you're being set free. You've gained so much wisdom through everything you've been through. And there's also this message here, Gemini, not to let what you've been through, the negative situations, the tough situations, the trials, the tribulations, the hurt, the heartbreak, not to let that consume you. It's almost like zooming out and seeing things from a different perspective where you're able to see how everything that you've been through has got you to where you're at right now. And there's this huge opportunity to create something beautiful. There's been so much growth so much evolution here for you, and you're moving toward this balance. Libra energy presenting itself in your reading per usual here. And I'm also seeing, just like with this entropy card where this snake, it's like you're shedding a skin and you're coming into contact with the core of your being, your most authentic self. You're shedding layers here, and it's like your true light is starting to shine through more and more. I see that you've been formed. This mineral realm card always reminds me of like rocks, diamonds, and things of that nature, and how they're formed under all of this pressure, deep underground, buried, right? And it's like you're being hardened, you're being formed, but again, not letting that harden your heart or consume you, I think is an important message here. And it looks like setting your sights on what it is you'd like to create moving forward is kind of the message here. It's like, get that game plan together, get that vision board up, because I feel like once things start moving, they're going to start moving pretty quickly here. And again, there's a huge opportunity. So I'm gonna pray real quick. We're gonna dive into this tarot. 6 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I do see you kind of moving away from some rougher energies. Beautiful. And the Sun on the bottom of the double major deck, which is where we are going to grab your first card from, which will be the theme of your reading. So with the Sun coming through like this, beautiful energy, a lot of healing, a lot of abundance, happiness, all of the good vibes here for my Geminis. Holy Divine Mother and Father, Great Spirit, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Archangels, Ancestors, messages for my Gemini gang for their highest good. Anything Gemini needs to hear today, anything they need to know, any messages that will bring them clarity and confirmation, any messages that will empower my gems, any messages that will bring healing, wisdom, understanding, any messages that will help bring Gemini into alignment with their highest self, their highest timelines, their best lives, and of course, above all, any messages that will help bring Gemini into alignment with divine will be greatly appreciated. All praise and glory forever and ever. Om. Amen. Ashe. You know, I'm also seeing a message coming through about you kind of seeing through people's false masks, or something that was kind of hidden being illuminated. And there's also a message about nesting, about resting, spending time with family, spending time at home, maybe even like rearranging your living space, getting the sage out or the frankincense or whatever, and smoking your space out and just getting those good vibes into your immediate area, your immediate vicinity. Seems to be kind of being highlighted here as well. So Holy Spirit, what is the theme of Gemini's reading today, please? What's the theme of Gemini's reading? Clarity, forward movement. Wow, a lot coming through. You guys truly have leveled up here. A lot of different, so my Geminis are going through, a lot of you experiencing different situations and scenarios right now. Some of you are moving toward new love here. I feel all of my Geminis are kind of moving out of this energy where you may have felt stuck or paused, or maybe even some of you like stagnant. I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing almost like the slate being wiped clean, and you are moving into this new cycle, this new adventure here. For some of my Geminis, this may have almost felt like, if you see in this depiction of the Fool here, it's like the Fool has fallen off the cliff. And so some of you may have almost been kind of thrown or stumbled into this new chapter. So for a lot of you, I do feel like you're coming out of some pretty rough energies, some tough times, and it's like falling off that cliff, but really the divine kind of moving you to where you need to be, Gemini. So I'm seeing new adventures here. I'm seeing you very, very connected to the divine, to your intuition, your higher self at this time. You guys, a lot of spiritual growth here, a lot of deep wisdom and understanding being gained and integrated. It's like my Geminis are able to kind of see behind the veil, beyond the veil right now. And I feel like you are not only seeing the signs and synchronicities, but you're getting deeper guidance from the unseen, from your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, from the divine, from your higher self, however that kind of resonates with you. And I feel like this is about you moving from that space. Like I said, you've leveled up. You're at this higher state of consciousness and you're moving different here. So beautiful energy, a lot wanting to come through for you today, Gemini. A lot of you have been working through endings and shakeups and rough patches within relationships, platonic and romantic. For some of you, I know it's been with family, but for a lot of you, I know there's been some romantic relationships that have had some turbulence, we'll say. So let's dive into the heart of your situation and see what is what. Beautiful. What's at the heart of Gemini's situation here, Spirit? Thank you. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Gemini, I don't think you're playing any games about your blessings. It really looks like you're finding this very grounded, centered space, and you're ready to move into these blessings. You're coming through at the very heart of the situation, in the midst of this Garden of Eden energy. It's like 9 of Pentacles. Some of you are already starting to see these blessings pouring in from all of your hard work and perseverance, from the fact that you've never given up. It's like this is where the sun starts peeking through the clouds and these blessings start raining in. I'm seeing a lot of you ready to, and I'm hearing to go for it. So for some of you, you're creating something, whether it's something like a YouTube channel or an art project, an album, a business, a company, something like that. And I feel like you're ready to really go for it. You're facing the light. Again, you're getting this guidance from the other side. And I feel like you're being intuitively pulled toward this 10 of Cups energy, toward these blessings, this happiness, this fulfillment here. So this actually feels really beautiful. Some of you have been in kind of a nesting mode here. You're coming also as the 4 of Swords. Yeah. So it's like after this painful ending, after this rough time, maybe some of you actually lost someone recently, or you've had a breakup or some type of ending here. I feel like you're kind of in between worlds where you're healing, you're resting, you're taking care of yourself. But I see my Geminis are like ready to go. You're ready to go for it. You're releasing, you're waking up. For some of you, you're actually having like a deep spiritual awakening, or you have throughout this. And this is where you are moving into this next dimension, we'll say. So what is the energy that is crossing Gemini, please, Spirit? What's the challenge for Gemini right now? 10 of Swords on the bottom. Sheesh. See, Gemini, it's not been easy for you, the road to get here. I see you've been through a lot. What energies are crossing, Gem, please, Spirit? You've really been through a lot. Yeah, for some of you, it was within a marriage or a romantic relationship. Some of you are still kind of dealing with this, but ultimately, coming through as the challenge, we have the 10 of Wands on the bottom. Okay, so here's this end of this chapter. We're still carrying a lot with us. We are still feeling the weight of everything we've been through. We have the 6 and the 2 of Wands coming through in your challenge right now. So to me, it's like my Geminis are at this turning point, and the challenge has been kind of getting around this corner, so to speak, and moving fully into this new energy, into your victory. You guys, it's been a struggle. For a lot of you, it's really been a fight. Whether this was like within home, within family, within a marriage, or a romantic relationship, I feel like my Geminis know that you are stepping into new territory. You're stepping onto new shores. And I definitely want to say that with that 6 of Swords on the bottom of the deck at the beginning, this is the divine's way of saying, yo, Gemini, we got you. We're rowing this boat. The worst of the storm is over. Just take care of yourself and hold on till we get to the shore. Okay? Let's dive a little deeper into this. Like I was saying at the beginning, getting that vision board together, or doing some scripting or some planning on what this next year is going to bring in. Act like you're writing a movie script. Sit down with that pen and paper and write it down. And then bring yourself into that frequency. Visualize that. Feel it. Trust that the divine is going to help you get there, y'all. Faith the size of a mustard seed. So it is coming through different for everybody. I feel like all of my Geminis are learning through their spiritual journey and truly healing their soul on a deep level. Like I said, for some of you, you've been going through a dark night of the soul or a spiritual awakening. However that has been catalyzed, it's going to be different for all of us. Some of us go through really rough relationships. Some of us experience death or have NDEs and things like that. Some of us lose everything and have to start back at square one. And I feel like this is kind of the energy of the catalyst of your awakening. And if you have already experienced your awakening, this is kind of like moving to the next level of your spiritual journey. Taking intuitive action toward these wish fulfillments, toward these manifestations, and making sure you're not focusing on the negative right now is so important. Gemini, where attention goes, energy flows. If we're thinking about how bad everything is or how shitty everything was, we kind of end up embodying that frequency, and we attract what frequency we're embodying. So it's super important. Even if you feel like, for instance, even if you feel like nothing is going right now, everything's working against you, you just went through this 10 of Swords energy, like you're hurt, you're down, to not let yourself get sucked into that is really important. Even if you just have to be like, thank you for the roof over my head, or if you're living in your car, thank you that I have some place to live. Thank you for my guidance. Thank you that all of my limbs are working. Thank you that I have a voice. The little things, you guys, the food in the pantry or whatever it may be. If you have no food in the pantry, thank you for an opportunity to wake up and do better and get some food in the pantry or whatever it may be. Just giving gratitude for the little things and bringing yourself into that frequency can make a world of difference in, the trajectory of our life. So let's look at what's incoming for you, Gem, and we'll grab some advice. What energies are incoming for Gemini, please, Spirit? There's something about some of you going for it. Some of you have been hesitant on going for something. So whether it is starting this business or this project or this YouTube channel, Spirit's really coming through like, Gemini, it's time. Embrace your inner divine badass, embody that, and let's go. I feel like there's huge blessings waiting for my Geminis, and there's something about taking this initial action or taking this next step. Yeah, because for some of you, some of you are going to. That's what I see in this incoming energy. I see you going for it. I see you starting this new project, or I see you taking action toward in this new direction. What else incoming for Gemini? It's like you're taking everything you've been through, these tower moments, these endings, these rocky situations and relationships. You're taking all of that, and it's changing your viewpoint of the world, and you're focusing on you, and again, you're moving from that space. For some of you, what is this, Spirit? For some of you, I see you taking action to maybe leave this relationship. That only take that if it resonates. I feel like some of you have been intuitively being guided to take a certain action, and I see that happening. I see energies being cleared. There's that 10 of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. I see energies being cleared in order to bring these new opportunities in for you. Some of you may be moving or changing jobs or starting a new career or something. What I see overall for my Geminis is in this incoming energy, you are focused on yourself and you are building something. This doesn't even have to be anything in particular. This is where you're focused on you and your growth, and you're working hard at that. I always say with the Eight of Pentacles, if there's a book you wanted to read, if there is some research you needed to do in regards to this new project or this new idea or this new beginning, do that. If there's a class you've been wanting to take or a certification you've been wanting to get, this is the time to do it. And I see a lot of you, Ace of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. There we have that Nine of Pentacles again, which we had earlier on in your reading at the very heart of your situation. This is you working toward your blessings. And again, I know it's different for everyone, but whatever this is, I feel like whatever energy you put into whatever it is you're building, it's going to come back tenfold. It's going to bring in a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment. And I'm also seeing in this incoming energy with the Ace of Pentacles, there's some type of opportunity here presenting itself that is going to, it's almost like this portal that you get to go through to get to this Ten of Cups. So very beautiful energy. And again, this is how we started the reading, and it's also coming out in your incoming. So this Piscean energy being highlighted, this is all about you and your intuition and moving from that space. So highlight on if you feel it in your gut, if your soul knows it, if you're being drawn or guided in a certain direction, go for it. Take that action, Gemini. I'm hearing it's time. So let's look at your advice. So I'm seeing this, before we get into that, I am seeing somebody leaving a relationship behind. Maybe some of you have already left the relationship behind, but this is where like the energy is being cleared. And on the other side of that token, I see some of you being presented with an opportunity for a new start or for a new relationship, okay? You're coming through as the High Priestess heavy in this reading. So like I said, like I always say, don't try to make the story fit. You know which situation is you. Only and always trust your own intuition on this journey. Some Aries energy coming through. We have Taurus energy out here. Heavy Piscean energy, you guys. We have some Gemini energy. Pluto coming through with this transformation, this shift. What is the advice for Gemini, please, Spirit? Some of you are really building some type of empire here. Beautiful. Okay. Advice. They want this too. They want one more. Oh, two more. Yeah, okay. So that's why. There's Gemini, this betrayal, this toxicity, this obsession, this darkness, this karmic cycle that has left you feeling hurt, left you feeling alone, left you feeling left out, left you, feeling like you're not good enough. However this resonates, Spirit is really, and I mean really, all of this is all in your advice. It's about moving forward and away from this and cutting yourself free, setting yourself free, just like we were talking about in the beginning of this reading. This is about freeing yourself from whatever this devil energy is. Moving forward, Eight of Wands to the Fool. Moving forward into this new world. For some of you, it's addictions. For some of you, it's relationships. For some of you, it's like this family dynamic. For others, it's this story that you've been telling for probably years, maybe some of us even lifetimes, where it's like the stories that we tell is, the cycles that we're going to repeat. So are we identifying with this story of our abused childhood, or the fact that we always have bad luck, or the fact that we never get anything right, or what are these stories that we're telling ourselves and others that are detrimental to us? Is anything keeping us bound? Is anything holding us down? Is there anything that's got us in chains right now? This is the time, Gemini, to tell a new story, to literally write a new story. Even if that is how people always do me dirty. I always attract these narcissists. Something is always blocking my happiness. This is what I meant by scripting this new chapter, where you sit down with a pen and paper and you write, everything always works in my favor. There is nothing keeping me stuck or bound. I'm not bound by my past. I am not bound by the stories of my past. And when you're all done writing everything, this next year is going to go perfectly for me. Everything is going to happen in my favor. I attract abundance. I get paid to exist. I am lovable. I am loved. I love myself. All of the things, right? And it's different for all of us. Then you take that and you burn it under this new moon that is coming up here. Take that and burn it out under the new moon. This is wiping the slate clean and energetically planting those seeds for this next chapter, for this brand new adventure that you're being presented with the opportunity to move into right now, Gemini. So this is huge. Just like I felt in the very beginning of your reading, I'm like, Gemini is breaking free. And I want you to see in this terrarium, I see this gold light out here as your own aura, your energy literally bursting at the seams from whatever this structure is that is holding you in. It's like your being, your soul is ready to bust free. And this is the opportunity for that. And I feel like some of you are going to have some help from the divine for that. So something will happen, or something will shift, and you'll just know it. My Geminis are going to feel it. Again, you're so plugged into your intuition right now, and you're going to be like, there's my chance. This is my portal. So let's just revisit the fact that this 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups wanted to show multiple times. Wow. And right under this betrayal in this old chapter is your 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is having it all. This is really the divine's way of showing you that nothing that you've been through whatsoever has been in vain, and that everything has built up to this moment right here. And this is where you break free and your blessings start pouring in. This is where you start embodying that vibration of being abundant, of being loved, of being happy, of being grateful. And the more we can embody that vibration of gratitude, the more the divine, the universe, is going to give us situations and things in our lives to be grateful for. So 8 of Cups, what do we need to walk away from? What do we need to leave behind? For some of you, it's not an easy thing to do, but I feel like for all of you, individually, we all know what that is. Judgment. It's time, family. It is time, and this is you loosening your grip and releasing. And 6 of Pentacles, not pouring your energy into whatever that story or that situation or that addiction or that relationship is. This is where you pull your energy back, and you're like, I have all this energy now that I pulled back from this situation. Now we point that energy toward what it is we're creating, right? 2 of Wands. Toward this next chapter. So let's grab some oracle cards, you guys. But this is huge, Gemini. This is huge. With the Devil and the Tower, we have Pluto and we have Saturn energy, Capricorn, right? Pluto is at the very end of its Capricorn transit. It's at 29 degrees, the last degree of the sign of Capricorn. By, I think, the 21st, 22nd of January of this month, Pluto will be shifting out of Capricorn, and this is wrapping up a huge 20-year cycle, 15-year cycle since '08, right? all of the structures, Saturnian structures, these energies that have been restrictive to us, that have held us, captive, held us hostage, these are all being transformed and knocked over by the planet Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio, which is death and rebirth, which is the phoenix rising from the ashes. So this is really big energy for all of us collectively. But Gemini, I see you're right here at the forefront, ready to jump into this next level of your journey. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And let's just take a second to acknowledge how much we truly have learned and grown through this cycle, especially since like '08, right? Like, wow, we have come so far. Gemini, you did it. So Spirit, what's the energy? What's the message here for Gemini? Woodwives, adaptability, and Moon Maiden, new beginnings. The further gate, this is that bold step forward. So Gemini, my Geminis are definitely being called to take this leap, to take this risk, to bet on yourself here, and to really go for it. So let's read 64, which is a 10. We have 41, which is a 5, and we have 55, which is another 10. So you may be seeing 10-10, you may be seeing 11-11, you may be seeing 1-1-1. Here, some of y'all may be seeing 5s, 5-5-5. I'm hearing also 2-2-2 and 3-3-3. So again, this is different for everyone, but pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. They're telling you something here, Gemini. C64. Adaptability, strong roots, and growth. You can go ahead and use your intuition and see if you get any intuitive hits or messages from this card. Go ahead and pause it if you feel so inclined and drop it down in the comments. Let me know what this card makes you feel. The Woodwives dance into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate, what you've learned to date, and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now, and in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do this right now, Gemini. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you will be amazed by how well things play out for you. The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. Learn. Be in beginner's mind. Let go of your rigid notions of how things should be and be present to what is right now, unencumbered by your own projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries. Nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass, and you will dance with nature and move with it all. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new, and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line that you drew. Go for it. You will be so glad that you did. Gemini, go for it. You will be so glad that you did. And I just want you to see, like, Spirit ain't playing about Gemini right now. Spirit is saying to go for it. Queen of Wands out here twice. Regardless of what anybody thinks, regardless of how anybody feels, this is about you going for it, taking that risk, and facing the light, moving toward that. So let's check out 41, which is Moon Maiden. New ideas, beginnings, and curiosity. Again, if you feel like pausing that and dropping your intuitive hits and downloads down in the comments, feel free to do that. The Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you've been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it's time to come forward in full splendor. Announce the new you to yourself first. Reveal it slowly to the world, like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside of a golden cage. You guys, big Queen of Wands energy. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you're not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you in a relationship or job want to capture your light inside a bottle. You know how to rise up to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you are ready to return. Sheesh. We have to read this further gate as well, this bold step forward, you guys. The next experience, legacy, evolving, and bold step forward. When the farther gate shows up, it's a clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and to begin to walk toward your future. You are marching in place right now, stirring up the dust, but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you've already set for yourself, but perhaps forgotten or neglected because of your everyday busyness. The farther gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin you shed. Very first message that came through for you in this reading. Shedding that skin. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly, and you will be rewarded. If you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. Gemini, the gate is open. The next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass through it grows shorter, so do not dally. A gift of the farther gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It's an invitation to a sacred passage, to new discovery, and both great challenges and opportunities. It's not a graduation. There's no rewards other than the exploration itself. You've been a farmer for far too long, tilling the hard soil that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put on that explorer hat once again. Gang, let's get it. Gemini, thank you all for being here too. I just want to let you know I appreciate you. Thank you for all of your love and support on this channel. For all of you that, show up, that watch these videos all the way through, that take the time to smash the thumbs up and drop comments and everything. Hope you know that you are appreciated. In my Pac voice, thank you. We're going to grab one of these Moonology cards. Then we're going to grab a message from Ma as well, as usual, to tie this reading together and close out. And then we will take our deep cleansing breath. So let's see, what is the message for Gemini, please, Spirit? The message for my gems. Hold your vision. Do not let your past hold you back. South node energy, and with the north node being in Aries right now, you guys, I've been calling this energy purpose activation, and it's like this north node in Aries is sparking your core being, your most authentic self. It's igniting you, and it's highlighting and illuminating your destiny. It's like what you really came here to this earth to create, Gemini. So it's a big energy for all of us, and really the message is not to let our past hold us back, right? That devil energy, not to let our stories or any of those things keep us chained and bound to this energy that we've been in. It's like this energy of holding that vision and really moving forward. So Divine Mother, what is the message for my Gemini family? Ma, what's the message for Gem? Thank you. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome release. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation grounds. She's wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to the stagnation that has been depleting your life force. This feels very much like that tower energy that was in this incoming energy. It's like Pluto coming through to get things rolling. And you also have Kundalini Shakti. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution's hard to pin down at this time. Lean into this unfamiliar territory with boldness tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. You shall arise. A fresh path is signified. Spirit says to look the angel number up. Google it or whatever, 1155. And that is what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you again for being in this space with us. I love and appreciate y'all. Before we tap out fully, we're going to take a second to take a deep cleansing breath. We're going to use our will and our imagination, our visualization to draw in this divine cosmic energy, this prana. We're going to picture it as white or gold light, filling up our body, filling up our energetic body, our aura. We're going to pause, hold the breath at the top, and imagine ourselves glowing as bright as we possibly can. Then as we release, we're going to exhale very forcefully, like we're filling up a balloon, watching any negativity, any doubt, any blockages, anything holding us down or holding us back, any anger, any sadness, any grief, any stress, any anxiety, any lower frequencies, period. We're going to watch that all in the form of black or gray, smoke or static, leaving us so the divine can help us transmute that. So let's get it, family. First things first, take a full breath out, clean and clear your lungs, and then we'll get this breath in. Go and breathe out. Now breathe in. Hold it. Squeeze Mula Bandha. Lift up on your perineum. Raise that energy up your spine. Now pull it down. Lock it into your heart space. Watch yourself glowing brighter and brighter. And release, release, release. Gemini, I hope this message has found you well and in great spirits, family. I hope you have an absolutely blessed rest of your day. Happy New Year, gang. I will see you beautiful beings on the next reading.